Hi, I'm Chris Wardlaw with Auto by Tel, and this is the 2013 Honda Insight. Now, when most people think about a hybrid car, they think about a Toyota Prius, but the Honda Insight was actually the first hybrid to go on sale in America. Back in model year 2000, that Insight was a two-seater that got more than 60 miles per gallon on the highway. Today's Insight, as you can see, is a little bit bigger, holds 4 people, and it doesn't get 60 miles per gallon. Honda sells the Insight in 3 different flavors. There's the base, the LX, and the EX. Prices start at about $19,500. My loaded EX with navigation is under $25,000. Now let's take a closer look at Honda's affordable gas-electric hybrid. Now when you look at the 2013 Insight, at its rakish roofline and its two-piece glass, you might think that Honda has taken a Me Too approach and copied the Prius in terms of the design, but that's not true. The original Insight also employed a two-piece tailgate like this and this aerodynamic form. The Prius did not adopt that shape until 2004. Now my EX test car is equipped with these 15-inch aluminum wheels. Wheel covers are standard on the base and the LX, and all Insights come with blue tinted LED taillights, side turn signals on the side mirrors, and blue tint trim on the front. Now the Honda Insight is a gas-electric hybrid, which means that it has a gasoline 4-cylinder engine, an electric assist motor, and a nickel metal hydride battery pack that's recharged from the regenerative braking system. Now, that's pretty standard issue stuff. What's different about the Insight is that it's what's called a mild hybrid instead of a full hybrid. A mild hybrid means that the electric assist motor only assists the gasoline engine. This car cannot accelerate at all just on electricity or travel at low speeds just on electricity like a Toyota Prius can. So in that sense, it really hasn't changed that much since 2000. Now when you combine this 1.3-liter 4-cylinder engine with its electric assist motor, you get 98 horsepower and 123 pound-feet of torque. This car weighs a minimum of 2,700 pounds. That's a terrible power-to-weight ratio, even if the torque is located down low in the rev range where it's the most useful. You know, even if you turn the Econ mode off and you shift the shifter into sport mode, this car is still slow. And what happened was I found myself compensating by stomping on the gas to stay out of the way of other people. As a result, I averaged 38.5 miles per gallon this week. The EPA thinks I should have gotten 42. Now this is a small car, but it carries a lot of stuff. The trunk is 15.9 cubic feet. The only thing is, to use it all, you got to pack to the glass, so don't put anything that's going to melt on the top. As you can see, I have my compact folding stroller and my wife's beautiful blue suitcase in the trunk, and it's a 60-40 split folding seat. With both those seats folded, this car holds 31.5 cubic feet of cargo. Now, as I've pointed out before, I'm not the smallest guy in the world, but I do fit inside the Insight as long as I watch my head on the roof and I raise this nested headrest. Now once I'm in here, I've got plenty of foot room. Leg room's a little snug, but this is soft, so it's not that bad. And the seat sits up fairly high and gives me decent thigh support. This is not nearly as uncomfortable as you might expect it to be. Now the Insight's seats themselves are actually pretty comfortable. They sit tall, they're kind of firm. They've got nice leatherette bolsters and cloth inserts. The problem is that the seat doesn't go back far enough for taller people. I have a 33-inch inseam and I have just enough room, but on a longer trip, I get uncomfortable driving this car. Now the Insight has an unusual gauge and control layout, but ergonomically it works quite well. The worst thing about this particular test car is the optional navigation system. It looks outdated and it's got small buttons that are unfriendly to my large fingers. The graphics look yestertechy too, but the touchscreen buttons are relatively large and responsive, and I really had no problem at all pairing my phone to the system's Bluetooth. Now every Insight comes with a standard automatic climate control system. The thing is that when the automatic stop-start for the engine kicks on when you pull up to a stop sign or a traffic light, the climate control kicks off, and on a hot day, that means you're going to start getting pretty hot pretty fast. Now you might be wondering who is a good candidate for Insight ownership, and in my opinion, it's somebody who's willing to give up some ride comfort and some power in pursuit of ultimate fuel efficiency at a low price. After all, this car does start at about $19,000 and it gets 38.5 miles per gallon without even trying. But even that person is probably not going to want to take this car on a long road trip on the freeway. The Insight's almost got a built-in speed governor, and what I mean by that is that over 70 miles an hour or so, it starts to feel a little unsure and uncertain of itself. Both my wife and I felt like 70 was plenty fast enough in the Insight. We'd find ourselves going down the freeway in LA when traffic is moving in LA, and people would be zipping by us. We'd go, what is going on? And we'd look down, and there we are, 70 miles an hour. Kick it up a notch, 75, just didn't feel comfortable. Now, I can't help but feel that a car named Insight should be loaded with the latest and greatest technology. And when the Insight debuted back in 1999, that was true. Today, it's a different story. Yes, this car is affordable. It's true that it has proven, dependable componentry. But I just can't help but feel that maybe it should be called the Honda Hindsight. For Auto by Tel, I'm Chris Wardlaw. I'll see you around the next bend in the road.